What are the perks of being ugly? Physical attraction is a complex subject. I go as far as claiming, it's impossible for someone to be universally ugly. Even a person with brutal asymmetries, and extremely obese, will be attractive to someone else. Ergo, no one is ugly, and your question is invalid.
Sounds like something an ugly person would say.
None. You even seemed more like a serial killer, where people point at your photo, and go, "Yep, this guy killed her for sure." And then the jury decides you did it. Because, you're ugly. You don't stand out in a crowd. You just blend in. You can get away with a lot of things if no one notices you in the first place.
But then if you get into deformed territory, you will scare children.
I'm an unremarkable middle-aged woman, and invisibility is my superpower. The upside is that photographing abandoned/old buildings is a hobby of mine, and I've yet to come across any site where anyone noticed me, or cared that I was completely trespassing for some photos.
You are forced to develop a personality and interests rather than always leaning on your looks to get friends, jobs, opportunities, etc.
I've got a queen bed, all to myself.
Yet, you still have to sleep in the wet spot, only it's your tears. Jealous people won't mistrust you if you go out with their boyfriend/girlfriend for a friendly coffee. That works on a lot of levels. I got to live with a taken, smoking hot 22-year-old for free when I was around the same age. Why? Well, her boyfriend was rich, didn't want to move in with her, I don't know, religious reasons, or something. Maybe he was just smart, but also didn't like the idea of her living alone. Well, I was poor, ugly, and dumb, so he asked if I would live there in the extra bedroom, just to protect her, or something. Not even, just to have a man in the house. I felt honored. Not only that he would trust me not steal shit, or hurt his girl, but not to run away with her either. Then one night I heard him talking to his friends about it. They said what I had sort of been thinking.
Isn't it kinda weird having another dude live with your girlfriend?
He replied,
"I know it's him, what do I have to ever worry about? Like she would ever do anything with him."
Not gonna lie, it's dung.
Me being self-sarcastic, I once told a girl I was out with, whose boyfriend was going mental, that she was out with another guy, to send him a picture of me to him. He stopped bothering her about it shortly after. We had a good, friendly night.
I don't get it. If I were the boyfriend, I would be more jealous if you weren't good looking. It means she wants to spend time with you because she enjoys your company, and finds you to be compatible with her personality. And if you're funny, hygienic, and have good manners, then that's really dangerous. But, seeing as how I'm neither a dude nor the jealous type, I'll just chalk this up to not understanding the male thought process.
I had a friend tell his girlfriend, "He trusts me so much, he would leave her naked in the same room as me." I took it as a compliment at the time.
You can blame being single on your looks, rather than your shitty personality.
What if you get a shitty personality because of being single your whole life?
Maybe you need to work on yourself then. People see me with my wife, and assume I'm rich, or hung, or both. So that's nice, I guess.
Are you?
Yes.
Username checks out. Save money on birth control?
And if you ever get laid, the other person will make sure that they are using birth control.
One of the best Onion headlines: man unknowingly buys lifetime supply of condoms.
Oof.
I've bought infinitely more than I'll ever need.
People are much more honest with you, because they aren't low-key trying to f*** you. Also, you know when your jokes are actually funny.
I am an ugly female engineer. My colleagues take my opinions seriously, and I'm treated with respect. There seems to be a misconception that attractive women aren't as competent engineers, which a few of my attractive female friends have sadly struggled with. I don't have the same problem. It's assumed ugly equals competent.
Just this morning I had a coworker I've always gotten along with who happens to be my parents' age say with regards to the subject of women in engineering.
Oh yeah, I've always had this theory that there's only so many points that get allocated to looks versus brains.
He somehow didn't feel awkward saying that to a female engineer, but certainly felt awkward when I asked. Well then, is your wife pretty, or smart?
You don't need a costume for Halloween. If you're shy, nobody will talk to you, not even the teacher, so you don't get called on in class.
I once got through the entire day in school, without saying a single word.
No one sits next to me in a full bus.
Oh, hell yeah.
Me too, but I'm handsome, girls see me as a threat to talk, or hit on them.
Lots of free time, no one ever wants to spend time with you.
The only one I can think of is that my friend's crazy girlfriend didn't start messaging me angrily about how I'm trying to steal her boyfriend, and stuff. I'm just not deemed a threat to people's relationships.
This 100%. I'm friends with multiple females in relationships, and not once has any of their significant others said anything. Like Drax in the Guardians of the Galaxy once said, "When you're ugly, and someone loves you, you know they love you for who you are." Extreme nihilistic self-confidence. Since you assume most people won't like you anyways, you don't have to worry about trying to impress people, and you end up actually pretty cool, and well liked.
This. I make people extremely uneasy with my resting murderer face, and general weirdness, and I quickly learn people just don't like me. It was rough as a kid, but eventually it became pretty liberating.
Most people who pride themselves excessively on their looks when they are younger have a really hard time getting older. I work with one of them, she's not even that old, but she's having a horrible time realizing that she's now 30, and the clique she wants to run with at work are all 23 to 27. She's caked with makeup, wearing clothes that are not appropriate for her build, or her professional status. She's still pretty enough, but you can see that she can't deal with the fact that she's not the hot one at work anymore. She's bitter, snippy, and jealous with the current hot girl. If she'd just chill she'd be fine, but you can see that she can't accept it, she's scrambling for something she'll never have again. It's kind of sad, and it's kind of interesting. People who are average looking, or not particularly hot never have to deal with that fall from grace, or having to adjust to no longer being the object of attention.
People like this are in for a world of hurt every single year they don't drop dead.
This hasn't been discussed enough in this thread. What happens once the beautiful people turn ugly?
I don't know where you live at, 30-year-olds are over the hill.
Exactly. My best friend, for almost 50 years, was tall, very handsome, charismatic, intelligent, and a gifted musician, with vast amounts of charisma. He always had 2 or 3 women on the go, most of whom had approached him. I can't count the number of times women he met casually, while with me, were obviously just overwhelmed by him. It was funny, as he approached 60, he asked me,
"What's wrong with women today? They're so rude. Have you noticed this?"
I laughed, because I knew exactly what he was talking about. He had lost that intense sexual magnetism, and ladies he met casually were no longer fawning over him, which he interpreted as rude. Lol. Welcome to the world the rest of us live in, my brother. And rest in peace. You are sorely missed.
Not getting catcalled or harassed, very unlikely to be noticed by creeps or predatory men when out and about. No unsolicited pics or weird sexual comments, ever. Overall life is more peaceful and less creepy.
Anti-rape protection. You know your friends like you for your personality. When you want to be left alone, you don't have to do anything special. Dating takes up far less of your free time. Dating apps are far simpler to use. Less chance of starting up any romantic rivalries. You can always tell that there is someone behind you, without looking, whenever someone waves in your direction. You can form deeper connections with people because you don't need to spread your attention around as far. People don't get jealous when their partner is with you, less drama in your life. Greater chance of developing stronger independent living skills. You won't ever have to wonder if the guy/girl you have a crush on would be happier with someone else. More time to write Reddit posts.
You don't have any of those pesky women trying to take your precious virginity.
You're probably really funny. Ugly people got jokes.
You don't have to worry about how you're gonna look every day. It just doesn't matter.
Honestly, I feel like it makes me more empathetic and aware of other people, and therefore I create stronger bonds with people. I have been the one left out, so I always try not to leave others out. I have been the one ignored in a group, so I try to find the one who's being ignored, and make them feel a part of the experience. People really appreciate it, and I have made some banging friends that way.
No having to deal with relationships, and all the drama that comes with it.
To get ahead you actually have to be smart and driven. You can't lean on your charisma. Yeah, the path is slower, but you'll be better for it. Also, the handsome dudes entirely underestimate you. If you want to be happy for the rest of your life, never make a pretty woman your wife. Hot bod. Butterface. 2 beautiful ex-wives, 2 houses, twice broke. If someone is interested in you, you know they must like the insides of you, because the outsides ain't much. Downside, you might be single for a long time. Or your whole life. If you manage to get yourself into a romantic relationship, your spouse will never accuse you of cheating. Just imagine how hard it is for beautiful people. They never know if somebody likes their looks, or themselves. Everything has its ups and downs.
Yeah, I'll take my chances on that other boat.
All this money I save by not dating.
You can actually focus in school. My phone notifications are hardly going off.
I'm friends with some decent looking people. When I was at a concert, these girls kept on coming up to my friend going,
"Hi. Are you single?"
He's taken. Having to put up with that. Let me dance in peace, please.
The rare compliments you get are genuine. People in general tend to be more honest if they're not trying to get in your pants. It prompts you to develop a personality to have a chance with the target sex. That means hobbies, interests, and things you like to spend time on. It's good for you whether you succeed or not at attracting someone. People might underestimate you. That can be a perk.
Your other qualities will shine more. Beauty catches eye, but it's temporary. But everyone worth their weight will appreciate your other qualities like personality traits, and such.
Some bosses tend to hire normally ugly people than beautiful people. Less flirting drama at work. And less are keywords, as there are some ugly, yet flirtatious people.
1. Not much is expected from me. 2. People don't ask me for anything.
Being ugly isn't a con. Neither is being short, or small, or poor, or whatever negative antonym of some adjective that people use to differentiate between a state of one another. It is but a state. A state of mind, perhaps. Spread your mind, and let your beauty stretch. It is only a temporary inconvenience, and you are the one who makes it permanent. Choose not to. Choose life.
Cringe.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and ring the notification bell.